I am always dreaming reality with God. What about you? Are you dreaming? Reality? I am always so. Moving along. Today, in Q&A, what's wrong? And the answer, you. It is December 4th, 2020, here in California. 9:15 p.m. or thereabouts. And been thinking today, and I came to, we are changing, and what we were can no longer be. This change, this moment, it is a culmination, an ending, birth. Butterflies never become caterpillars, do they? Love is the peace one finds when hope is realized. Once found, it is never lost. And so I say, let the celebration of life and love eternal begin again. And every day we celebrate, all of us born alive. As always, I remind you, I've been saying this in my thoughts and writing and video now for years. Wake up. Stand up. Speak up. And I think I will put this up in the corner, as I am prone to bring the topic into the discussion. Doesn't mean I will, but having it there, seeing it there, makes it more likely. And let's see here. Oh, nope. There was no vote, right? Okay. No daily 3. I will end this stream with going to the phone and pulling up Pandora and letting it play something random. Haven't pulled up Pandora since the last time I pulled it up for one of these streams to do a daily 3. And put Waldo back here in the corner, down in the lower right corner. Waldo the pixel, little square pixel. Okay, so moving along here. My name is Joseph Earl Walker III. This is my space for the moment. I am dreaming reality with God and music. Hope the music isn't too loud, or the reverse, you can't hear it. I need to learn to test that before I do these. Just trying to remember to keep my eye on it. My voice seems to be registering higher than the music that's playing in the background. Link to the artist in the description below. Joseph. Can't remember the other guy's name. The two of them are playing keyboards, organ, church organ, and a synthesizer. A Moog synthesizer, I believe. What's wrong? What's wrong? What is wrong? Well, what am I talking about? I'm talking about everything. Everything right now. Everything. Do one more thing. There. Everything is wrong. The scary part is you can't speak up. So I've already woke up, and stood up, and began to speak up, and you learn you can't speak up. Not anymore. It's changing. We are changing. all of us, although it doesn't seem like it's so much us as it is it. And by that I mean AI, the algorithms, the artificial intelligence, processing algorithms that have been input by man put those variables into the equations that are being processed to search for answers. Censorship. Censorship is a reality. That day has come. It's happening before our very eyes. The media, the social media, the mainstream media is clearly serving as a catalyst to indoctrinate the masses to an ideology, a way of thinking. And you trust the news first of all, right? I mean, we've lived an entire lifetime. We've all grown up, and for the most part, the news has been both sides. Not so much censorship. Never been about censorship in any way. That's like anti-news. Yet, at this very moment, the airwaves are filled with this message, this indoctrination into a frame of mind, an idea, a pattern of thinking that allows for your right to speak up to be taken away. It's for the bigger picture. And again, back to this AI. It's humans aren't even at some level involved with the evolution of humanity. They are left to the whim of AI, an algorithm of probabilities, possibilities, endless, much more so than a human mind. Not so much couldn't as much as wouldn't. Too much else going on to catch their eye. Censorship. Walls are going up because of this. We're not bringing walls down, which I feel like there's this underlying premise, the tone to this indoctrination that's being spread, that there's this unification, this unity, this one new world. Everything is wrong right now. And you can't do right because you're being judged by artificial intelligence, algorithms that has no connection to you or anyone breathing and alive. There's no bonds that are connecting the two. Silence. That's what they want. They don't want to hear you. The system does not want to hear you. And if you can't accept that the system, this new way of going about business, why do it yourself when you can have someone else do it for you? Something else even do it for you. You have no doubt. Because the computer is, the AI is free of bias, right? Because it's not breathing and alive. So you are treated with indifference. That's fair, right? I mean, I get it. Well, let the computer, the AI thinking do it for you. Right now, I heard earlier today, I haven't gone looking deeply into it, but I was hearing that YouTube is on the verge of implementing, if not already, we'll see what's going to happen here, but that white people, white males specifically, their videos, white males who upload videos, stream video to YouTube, will be run through this algorithm, looked at, scrutinized, and lowered on the rating scale. The YouTube of things. I have no clue how all that works. I'm just here sharing some time, some thoughts, some dreams on reality. I'm very grounded. I'm very aware of what's going on right now. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And I don't mean that any one thing. Everything. It's all connected. There's chance as far as the world of humans goes. As we move through time, there is less chance in the going ons. There's less chance. There's reason in all these parts moving us amongst one another. government is done. I see the ripples surrounding the entire world and causing ripples wherever the first ripple lands. Lockdown. There's a good many people that are still under a lockdown, and all the many forms and ways that people can find to force a people to adhere to. And I say force because I have my... This is just insanity. Everything is upside down. Everything's wrong. Everything is wrong. And it's growing. It's not diminishing. That feeling, that knowing, it's intensifying, leading somewhere. Has to, it must. See, now I can see on the other side of the rainbow. Been there doing that. But I'm still here. Obviously, I am here. But I'm not there. Of sorts. And I used the word birth in the beginning of this stream. Near the beginning, I mentioned birth. We're changing. And I mentioned birth. I said birth. And birth is... and I can only say this because I am a male, and I have no problems being a male. Again, I'm on the other side of that rainbow. I see what's going on there, and male, female, that's so yesterday. And I want to say this, there's not a lot of sex going on. Not that there can't be, or there isn't, but that there's a choice in this space. And sex is not... That's so yesterday. You know, interaction on a physical level. That's one of those things that is a big problem with humans. Sexuality. It is human. The urge to procreate. A need to procreate, to prolong life. And yet I am living in an upside down world where everything has become nothing but nonsense. Utter nonsense. And you have to wear a mask, at least here in California and many other places around the world. And because you're gonna get sick. Okay, you're going to get a virus that's going to kill you. Now, I'm a sensible, logical person. I'll listen before I come to any sense of a judgment call that involves me making a decision. And I listened, and initially there's that, I don't know if you call it panic. It was like, it would be like if you were lived on the coast, the coastline, and you knew that a big tsunami wave was coming. And you would do your best to get out of the way. I am at a loss because I've said this fairly early on that I felt like this whatever it is it's designed. Man's hand is in it. I imagine this AI, all these algorithms have a hand in what's going on with designing and using even playing out endless simulations, war games of sort. So yeah, that's where my mind has been, and observing, seeing and watching what's going on around the world. When this initially happened and it broke out of China, was the images that were coming out of China, the headlines that were coming out of China was there was an outbreak taking place. There's a virus and it's connected to a market. And animals. And that people were dying from it. They were building a hospital. That's the way the images were being played. Again, China doesn't speak up. Not on a world level. They know all about censorship. And the people, censoring the people. And you got to know that they have a hand in what is taking place in this country right now as far as censorship is concerned. Because if you say an American is running a business, you just have a certain sense of what it means to be an American. And there's just things that Americans would not do. Yet, we live in a day and age where companies, corporations, entities that should be looked up to and admired they look at you. You're just another number. Here and gone. The system will keep turning round and round long after you're gone, and the next one who comes along, and on and on. It's a business. Money is its philosophy, is its ideology, is its religion. It's all it exists for on some levels. These AI algorithms that are being used and being set in place, and every day they are improved upon, both by man and the system itself, who's learning by playing out possibilities. You know, you can play out the possibilities over and over and over and over and over, just like snapping your finger. Who knows how many possibilities started and ended. And then once that was done, you can take all that data and look at it, see what's going on there, see if there are any patterns, or is there reason, or again, is it just chance? Everything's just chance. I believe in chance. There's something about the unknown element that I think will always inspire me. But I think at the same time, there's also the other hand, which is coming at this from the other side. I can't believe everything that's gone on since this virus came to the United States. I watched in the beginning, again, China was the starting point. The Wuhan market there in China. And it wouldn't be long, that was back in January, it was really starting to get into, make it out there. People were talking about it. Not so much the news, the mainstream. Not yet. Anyway. Again, as an observer, watching what was initially being shown and the way it was being released and talked about, you could not help but have an image in the back of your mind that, oh my, I should prepare. I should get ready. This sounds dangerous. People are just going to start dropping. And I haven't seen any of that. I haven't, people aren't dropping in waves. As far as dying, people die every day. A lot of people died yesterday. A lot of people died today. More will die tomorrow. That's the way it's always been. There's nothing new. It's not an alarm that's sounding off. It happens. The public was clearly being lied to. That's my opinion, and I should be entitled to share that opinion. I may not be alone with that opinion, but how will I ever know if how will anyone know if one is censored, denied, removed, taken away, such thought not allowed? This virus it is created, and it ain't going away. with or without an actual virus doing havoc, it's not going away. There's an underlying program going on here. New ways of business are being formulated and set in place. Laws, thinking, rights, like censorship, freedom of speech in the United States of America, one of many ideas that this country was founded on, and which many believe in, at least I believe in, and grew up believing that many around me believed in such an idea, in the freedom of speech, to never be denied the opportunity to speak your mind, to share your thoughts. Yet, we are living in a day and age, a moment right now, when you are being denied. And apparently me, a white male, although my grandfather from my mother's side of the family was 100% Filipino. So what does that make me? I'm not so sure how they're going to do this. It just seems like. But then, we seem to be living more and more as the days go by in a world where the customer isn't right anymore, because companies have all these policies in place. The law doesn't matter about law. Governments don't have any say in this. This is just their policy. Like no shirt, no shoes, no service. That's the store's policy. And that's their right to have, as long as it's reasonable, I assume. I don't know, because I'm tripping out that any of this is actually taking place right now, that such ideas are being questioned and tossed to the curb. I believe in freedom of speech, and I think a lot of you do too. Y'all need to be standing up and speaking up. I can't express that enough. The clock is ticking, and as more and more of these people put policies into place that take away your rights as an American in America, it's fine, I guess. Go do that if you want to practice that. These companies, but go do it in some other country where they don't have an issue. Which I have issue with a lot of the companies right now, like Apple, Coca-Cola. There's some others, I think Nike. Who knows how many have a connection in some way to slave labor over in foreign countries, like China, which is notorious for slave labor, prisoner labor, even body parts, organ harvesting, prisoners. I mean, this is all news and data, learned information that's actual, factual, that takes place, and that it just China. There's something wrong with China. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not. When I say that, it's not so much directed to the people. I've met plenty of Chinese people that seemed human. There was kindness and compassion for all. But, I don't want to go pointing fingers at China because they're not alone. It takes two to tango or more. And there's plenty of partners. Bill Gates, Billy Boy. That's another one. He loves the censorship. He doesn't want people talking about what he's doing. These people, they want... They're culling the herd. I've been saying this for a few years. That's what I feel. That's what's happening. The herd is being culled, reduced. There's too many people. Way too many people. Just aimlessly moving about. Really? I mean, not to sound judgmental, but as an observer, just setting yourself into the downtown of a large city when it's at its peak active, pre-COVID BS. There's a lot going on to observe, just from A to Z. Not to bring the virus into this and your rights. Because if the powers that be have their way, it will be law that you will have to be vaccinated. That's what a lot of people believe. Got a little itch. It's going to be a law, and that you're going to have a vaccination to do anything. Now, there's a lot of people that say, well, you get into rights. Is this the United States of America, founded on a number of things, and one of them being that someone doesn't have the right to impose something like a vaccination being injected into you, inside of you. So the way you get around that is the corporations, which are really the ones running everything, because that's where all the money is, and money rules all. So the corporations make it so you can't go into their business unless you have had a vaccination, and the way they get around that is by making it their policy. That's our store policy. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. We're not breaking any law. If you want to travel, the same thing. Pretty much if you want to do anything in the new world that's being planned, where everything is monitored on a whole new level. I mean, we've been aware for some time that we're tracked on some levels, and emails and all that good stuff, text. This is on a whole new level of tracking. of not having to ask you even for permission to track you in the way that you will be tracked. Every free-thinking American who believes they are an American and what it means to be an American needs to stand up right now, not yesterday, not even tomorrow, right now, would mean and make all the difference. Everyone of that caliber needs to do this while you can. Connect. Don't wait till it's too late, because you're going to be lost, dazed, and confused. And I don't see recovery once you reach that state. People have no idea what's coming for the most part. Most people, I think, are in shock. They're stunned. They can't imagine that any of this could ever happen. Not really. We are so built into this culture of media in all its forms. Movies, TV, games, music, and on and on and on. You know, the internet just brought everything to a whole new level. Just like what's coming is going to bring everything to a whole new level. We have never witnessed, as a peoples of this world, anything like what's coming. First of all, there was not 7 billion plus people on the world at any other point in time except for right now. The technology did not exist until of late for all the people that existed at any time in this world to be completely connected in the way that we are right now. It's never been. It's never happened. I highly recommend some of these. Some silver, ounces of silver. Gold if you can. It's kind of pricey. Anything, just something that's not dollars. Don't rely completely on dollars, because the dollar is... things are not right now. And it's clear that the news is never going to tell you that. Just like you kind of expect that the government wouldn't tell you that. Like if the government knew there was a big comet coming and it was going to hit, just come out of the blue, and it would hit in a month, and it'd be over. I think many people suspect that the government, at least my government here, would not share that information until at the last possible moment when it was undeniable. You know, you could see it in the sky kind of scenario, undeniable. But up to that point, it's never happened, isn't happening, never will happen. So it's going to crash. It's happening right now. People are out of work. People can't work even though they want to work. They have businesses they own. They can't work at those businesses that they've built an entire life on in many situations. Doesn't matter. Just that you have that. That's your life. You have a business, and now you don't. And the likelihood that you will ever have it back, the one you had as it was, never will be. Something is wrong. I'm not seeing the numbers of people dying. I keep hearing lots of people have it. You know, that's what happens every year. People catch viruses. Okay? And lots of people get it. And if we tested every single one of these the way this one's being tested, we probably would be seeing a lot of people having it. Just like we're seeing now. This is absolute nuts. But then again, the United States and the Democrats of this nation have given the people, its people, this false impression that Joseph Biden is going to be the president. That he was elected fairly and undeniably. And that the Republican Party needs to get over it. Now, I have never witnessed such cheating, in your face cheating. And yet the mainstream media continues to paint this picture that's the complete opposite of what the truth is, and destroys all characters involved in the truth. It blows me away. It does. It tells me something's not right. Something's wrong here. I'm intelligent enough to know something's not right. Because this should not be happening. I shouldn't be hearing the conversation, the discussion that's taking place. The President of the United States is Trump. The numbers are there. The lies are, you can't deny. There's proof. There's the proof. You bring it into, unless you're just absolutely crazy. And in full-on denial, sick, you cannot deny what you are witness to. All the fraud, all the cheating around this election. And it ain't just this election, because this most likely, probably 100%, most positively, has been going on for decades. The cheating. And you know what? It's money. It's always money. Okay, it's coming up on an hour. I can talk more and more. Hey, I may tomorrow. I'm going to try for tomorrow. I feel kind of tired right now. Everything that's going on is overwhelming. And I think it comes down to you, every one of us, for allowing it to be the way it is. Letting this go on. I'll talk about that more tomorrow. In the meantime, be well and smile. Gots to smile. And dream reality with God, and put some music in to the equation. Listen to some music. Later. And thank you for hanging out. Y'all come back again.